Hello, everybody. Monica here. It is, what day is it today? Hold on. It is day 37 of 100 Days of Fitness. And let's count that as also day 36 because I know I didn't record a video yesterday. Um, so, to summarize yesterday, I got a whole bunch of compliments again that I'm losing weight, which is awesome. How much weight? I have no idea. I have not measured myself. I'm purposely staying away from the scale. And that's because sometimes scales can be more of letdown than a help. What do I mean by that? Particularly because I have PCOS and I'm so sensitive to my androgens, what sometimes ends up happening is that I don't see much change in the scale itself. I see changes in my body, but not in the scale. And sometimes that can be very defeating when you see that you haven't dropped as much weight, because there's this perception and this idea that you have to lose, a pound a week, 2 pounds a week. And that by now, if you go by those numbers, by now I should have lost 10 pounds. It's been almost 4 weeks. So by now it should be about 8 pounds lower. But there's a lot more to this than that. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot more to weight loss than just what the scale shows. And because of that, I tend to not weigh myself when I'm in a program like this, because I know that I'm not going to see that big of a change. Not only that, but as a woman, and women can relate to this, there are days in which we're gonna increase and gain a few pounds, at least once a month, for no other reason than our natural, normal, everyday cycle. So I don't weigh myself. So when people ask me how much have you lost, I really have no real number to give you. I will be measuring myself at the end of this week as part of the program and as part of the test group, because they want to see how much inches I've lost, how much weight I've lost, just as part of the test group. And I'll be able to post some pictures at that point comparing where I started and where I am today as far as the 80-day obsession program goes. So yesterday was a very interesting day, was an awesome day. I got a lot of compliments. And then today, please forgive me, I'm a little out of breath. I just finished my workout. It is snow day. Wintry mix, nastiness in the road. Fortunately, I had no clients to begin with, and my networking group got canceled this morning, so I was able to sleep in. Sleeping in was absolutely necessary, very much needed. I feel 100% better, but that threw off my schedule a little bit, so I was able to actually modify a few things, still keep it within nutrition, still keeping within the schedule of when to eat compared to the workout, but it just means that a few things have to be moved around and make sure that it fits within the parameters and still fit within everything. Then I just finished my workout. Good thing, enough flexibility to move things around. That's always a plus, especially for me. Challenges for today. I have this bad habit. Here's a confession. I have a bad habit of not finishing what I start. Don't know exactly where that comes from. People will call it fear of success. Some people call it fear of this and that or whatnot, or any other thing that you might call it. But bottom line is that takes a lot for me to finish anything that I start. I commit to it. I give my all when I'm committed, but my attention span lags after a bit. And it's usually around the time that I start seeing results. And then I start cheating on myself, which is basically what ends up happening. Is then I start eating crap. I start, I can get away with this. I can get away with that. I can, I'm doing great. Maybe if I cheat a little bit. So I'm fighting that temptation. The temptation to give in to my old habit of sabotaging myself when things are going great. You would think it'd be the other way around. You would think that I'd be all gung-ho because, look, I'm doing great. I'm keeping up with this. And I hate to admit it, but that's not always the case. There's some things in which I do follow through and that I get through, especially if I have other things pushing me to do it. But A, I'm a procrastinator. B, I'm a slacker. And 3, I have a short attention span. All of them combined. And I'm not giving myself those excuses. I'm not giving up myself to that. Fortunately, this is week 4 of the 80-day obsession, the last week of phase 1, which means that next week is going to be a whole different program. It's going to be a different program, different workouts, different everything, which will work out great in this case because if I can just get through this week, 100% on nutrition, 100% of the workout, I just need to get through this week. And then it's a whole other thing next week. And that is something that I'm starting to play around with as far as giving myself that freedom. What do I mean? Guys, 100 days, 80 days to keep into a fitness program can be daunting, especially when you look at it from that perspective. When you start looking at it as, oh my God, it's 80 days. Oh my God. At first you get really excited. The first 2 weeks is great. The third week is, you start kind of seeing that little meh. And then the fourth week, you're like, oh, how much longer do we have left? Is this over yet? At least that's what happens to me. And I'm sure it happens to a lot of other people. And that is detrimental. Period. It doesn't help. So rather than thinking of it as 80 days or thinking of it as 80 days, I'm thinking of it as week by week. So when I have a tough week, I just have to focus on that week. So my goal this week is to eat 100% in nutrition, 100% on the workout. Period. I'll deal with next week when next week comes. But this week, that's my goal, and I'm sticking to it. Even though I don't want to. Even though I'm struggling. Even though my brain is doing, oh, you can slack off a little bit. You're doing so great. Which is absolutely counterintuitive. I'm telling you that right now. That does not work. So fighting new habits, creating new habits and destroying old ones that are detrimental to me, that don't work. Anyways, this is my day for today. So this covers 36 and 37 day of 100 days of fitness. And I'll talk to you guys next time. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Leave it in my social media. If you have any concerns, let me know. If you want to join me in this program, it is 80-day obsession. You're more than welcome to. Just leave me a message and I'll help you get started. And let's go for it. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao. Oh, and something else to note. Yo hablo español. So, si tienes preguntas en español, estoy aquí. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Chao.